For the sixth consecutive quarter, sales of personal computers have fallen. They are now down to levels last seen in the year 2007. Maybe not a surprise, but I have to believe that beyond the PC makers themselves, that among the companies not happy about this trend is Intel.
Intel is down a little bit this morning as a result. And it's not a big surprise, but the size of the drop may be. It's estimated, the research shows PC sales fell about 10% year over year. It's a big decline. Now, one reason is corporations are taking their time to switch over as the Windows 10 software rolls out, which really fully that'll be later, the second half of this year. But the bigger problem really, and by the way, Chris, total business IT spending is still predicted to go up this year. So if you're a technology investor, there's still plenty of money being spent on technology. It's still a growing industry, but PCs themselves, of course, it's households mainly, and it's mainly emerging markets where, as we know, most listeners have heard the story before, those new to the PC industry are getting in through a smartphone, typically, even more than tablets, and certainly more than PCs themselves. It does what they want and need at a lower price point, and with bigger screen smartphones, it has the convenience and a large enough screen to enjoy it. So, you and I grew up, PCs were the way to enter the computer world, and that's changed rapidly, and it has lasting repercussions.
Yeah, and one thing I think, I don't know if there's any research out there on it, but if you look in like developed markets, I feel like we've kind of gotten to the point where we really don't need, so what was it historically? There was like a 3 or 4 year upgrade cycle. For people who were like tech, it was a lot shorter, obviously, but we've kind of gotten to the point where the advances you're seeing really aren't having as big of an impact as they once were when you were younger, where it was like, if you kind of parallel this to what you saw in video game consoles, you go back to like the N64 and the Super NES, like those jumps between consoles, there was a huge difference, and so it made you want to upgrade. Now it's like, all right, I've got this Mac, it can run Excel fine, it can do PowerPoints, it can do Word, it can do everything I want it to do fine, and it's going to be able to do that for like the next 10 years. Why do I really need to upgrade? Do I want a shinier MacBook with a better screen? Maybe, but kind of drive to upgrade.
So you can have processing speeds that are 8% faster.
Exactly, right?
That's a great point. The differences used to be
and
enormous.
you saw it with like video game consoles. Like the top selling consoles are all those older ones because there was such a huge jump. The latest generation, like the Xbox One, the PS4 and stuff like that, they really haven't been selling that well. And I think to a certain extent, it's because kind of the change in, why do I need to upgrade now? I want maybe newer video games, but there isn't like as big of a difference as there once was between generations.